Take Mr. Steele into custody, please.
Your Honor, would the court afford me one moment to confer with counsel regarding the appropriate remedy in this type of situation?
Okay, all right.
May I say one thing, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, you certainly may. Mr. Williams does not wish to go forward without me being here. You are removing me against his will, my will. You're taking away his right to counsel. And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you denied, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other people. I denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir. We're going to be in recess for the next 5 minutes.
Hey, y'all, I'm traveling right now, so I apologize. I know the quality of the video and the quality of the audio is not great, so I'm not in my home studio. I hope you will forgive me, but this is, I mean, you know, the news never stops, and Cash Money G's Fulton County is an absolute mess, and I can't help but think it's got something to do with her. It just does. You know, wherever I've worked, I've been around this planet for a very, very long time. And I've worked pretty much every job. I mean, from corporate to public sector, private sector. Whenever there was a corruptive or corrosive entity or force anywhere in the building, it seemed to, and nobody really nipped that in the bud, it seemed to kind of seep into every artery of the organization. And I just can't help but think this is the same situation. What you just saw right there was attorney Brian Steele, who's been doing this for over 30 years. He's got a very reputable, track record, career, and credibility as an attorney. And this young thug trial that's been happening in Atlanta, we have to talk about this because it's Cash Money G news. So the judge presiding over Young Thug, we did a video on this too, the racketeering trial, held the musician's attorney in contempt on Monday after being confronted. I'm going to play you this video too. Stick around. It's insane. Heated exchange. Wait till you see this. Private conversation held between the judge, prosecutors, and a state witness. Brian Steele was escorted out of the courtroom after refusing to tell Judge Ural Glanville, who has really, I got to be honest, in all my years of witnessing anything of this nature, I've never seen a judge act seemingly so unethical, unprofessional. It almost seems like we've kind of been these words, these adjectives have just become run of the mill. Anything related to Fulton County, the way that he's been conducting this court, the way that he's been handling this case has been so, to me, absolute amateur hour over and over and over again. So after he was escorted, basically he was refusing Judge Glanville on how he learned of this meeting. I want to play that video in just a second. But this is just insanity. I can't believe that this is what's been happening. You know, this young thug who's a musician, prominent musician, this young thug trial that's been happening, it's been even more of an absolute train wreck than the Fani Willis disqualification hearing and her attempts to charge former president and 18 other co-defendants with election interference, when exactly that's what they've been doing. That's what they've been initiating it. So he was held in contempt. He was escorted out. Now I'm going to play for you the video of how this all began. Wait till you see this. I am going to show this for you. And just wait till you see this, because this is wow. And we'll talk about it.
Go ahead.
The way I understand my constitutional obligations, pursuant to the 6th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, the corresponding sections of the Georgia Constitution, I'm required to make a full and complete statement to the court. For the record, and if God forbid this goes up on appeal for the appellate courts or another tribunal, commission, or administrative body, I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times, honorable court at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based upon information belief, that Adrian Love, the lawyer for Mr. Copeland and this court, were together, and Ms. Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Ms. Love, to Adrian Love, stating that Mr. Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you, and then somehow that email was CC'd to me. That never.
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you for just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too, and the reason
I'm asking you a question.
And
how did you find out about it?
I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
Scuttle, if you look at SCUDDER versus State, which is 298 Georgia, 438, it's Division 2, 782 Southeast 2D 638, 2016. Our highest court says when a court meets, because Mr. Copeland comes in, meets with the court supposedly made statements, which I assume is somewhat accurate based upon what you just said. We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution to be present. That's a critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me, and you and Mr. Adams meet with me, and others have met with me. It's those are ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but I will certainly note that for purposes of record.
Well, I'm going.
Just really quickly, what he means by ex parte is that one party is not present during a communication, with an actual judge. And what that kind of means from a legal context is that essentially what that means in a legal context is ex parte communications are generally prohibited because they can undermine fairness and impartiality in the judicial process. Exceptions might be made in urgent situations, but such communications are typically highly relegated. Here we go. Let's continue listening to this.
Going forward, what I was told was that Mr. Copeland said,
and you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not going to answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to.
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have his. I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems. Okay, at this point in time, all I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversation with a party. I mean,
a witness who was sworn in Friday. The court's telling. This is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court handed Mr. Copeland.
Tell me how you got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me
I'm not
how you
telling-
got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
It
I was
concerns
told-
me that you have proprietary information
Why is it
or
proprietary?
information that you should not be having that was ex parte
Why?
with a party,
Why?
state of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly
That's
this honorable court,
okay.
or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele,
I'm
I
doing
still
what
want to
everybody
know,
should
how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why,
Sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who the,
I'm not,
tell me who this
I
information
don't
was
want to
come
be
from.
held in contempt.
Well,
I'm not
then-
answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not answering.
Attorney-client privilege, unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I am
I
telling
tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me
You don't
who
have to. I'm
if
gonna
you don't tell me
continue.
who it is, I'm going to put you.
But let me-
I'm going to put you in contempt
I
because
understand.
that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you
telling
get that information
I don't
supposedly
answer
from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
You got 5 minutes.
Well, I don't need it. I want to continue.
You got 5 minutes?
This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland, Mr. Copeland made
recess.
statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas and was. Don't take my notes. No.
Wow. Wow. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens to a court when you let a cancer grow. And that cancer, that tumor, is the district attorney. The district attorney. I apologize for the interruption. I'm mobile here, so I'm not in my studio. So this is raw. I'm just literally reacting. You're getting right now an unedited raw version. That is what happens when you allow a cancer, which is the district attorney. Remember what the Pitbull Steve Sadow says, supposed to be held to the highest standard, the highest level of impropriety. This is impropriety with the capital I. This is Fulton County. This is the same district that wants to charge a former president of the United States with election interference. This is the same district that has District Attorney Fani Willis, who just got reelected in the primary, who has lied under oath, stolen from youth, misappropriated taxpayer funds, and when the whistleblower came out, fired her and had her escorted, who we had on the show, by the way, escorted by 7 security guards. This poor woman who probably weighs less than 110 pounds, escorted by 7 security guards. Forfeiture funds, misappropriation of forfeiture funds to take vacations with her lover, having an affair with a married man who she assigned as a special prosecutor to pay him an exorbitant amount of money, who was unqualified. First time in 20 years that entire district ever hired a special prosecutor. Just so happened to be her ex-lover, Nathan American Pie Wade. And then lied under oath, committed felony perjury, lied under oath about when that relationship began. And the list goes on and on and on. This is what happens when didn't earn it, DEI takes over any entity, any organization, especially something that is supposed to be sanctity. The sanctity, one of the most hallowed areas of our republic, the judicial system. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Holy macadamia nut. We need to maybe watch that over and over again. Make sure you tap that thumbs up because it only takes you a nanosecond. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Again, thank you so much for understanding and indulging. I am on the road traveling, so I'm not in my home studio. I love you guys so, so much. Check out the pinned comment in the comments below in the description and show notes to subscribe to our free newsletter. Absolutely free. Just put your email in there and you're all set. God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll talk to you soon. I can't wait to see your reaction. Wow. Wow.